Yo, this is Sharp Shaboom with another Minecraft tutorial. So, the last two Minecraft videos that I posted didn't really feel right. I don't know, just going to creative and doing a survival world both in the same video just didn't feel right. So this time I'm going to stop making excuses to make my base and actually make a building tutorial. So, here we go. Oh, and I finally got iMovie on the computer so I can
Or this.
I think that will forever be my favorite intro. Anyway, so I added andesite to the road and to this bridge because without it, they seem kind of dull. Bridge, obviously, I need a bridge to get to the center island, adding lanterns, dirt scaffolding, always needed. Anyway, here I'm starting the framework, and in a ship, framework isn't necessarily more appealing, it's just harder to get the shape right without it. And man, it was annoying mining underwater. So just to give you a visual, look at this. This is how slow it is to mine underwater. And this is even an iron axe. Goodness grief. If you guys can get Aqua Affinity, I'd really suggest it. Goodness grief. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so this is going to be a fairly small ship because of those vertical bars that are going to be the framework. And then here I'm doing the back portion. The back portion is usually a little bit broader and thicker, and more dirt platforms, always need those. Then this is the front. I made it go up a bit more, but it doesn't necessarily need to because you can always add that aesthetic with that pole that almost is 90 degrees right there. And then right here, I am making the back of the ship higher. So I usually think of the back of a ship as being sort of like a sleigh shape, like a back of a sleigh type thing. It's usually got like a second layer right in the back. And here I'm mining away at the previous spot where I had it. Here I'm adding the filling, I would say. Once you've got the framework correct, it's pretty easy to do the filling. I'm just calling it filling. And the drowned are forever going to be in my nightmares because of the amount of them that I had to kill. Oh my god. Anyway, here's the front of the ship. I think actually some of the footage got lost or I ended recording, but as you can see over there, it's mostly finished. Here in the back, it's basically going straight down, a little bit thicker near the bottom. And underwater time-lapsing is so hard. I tried, but it really failed. I think it's about to come up in a sec. As you can see, I'm doing the voiceover later. Yeah, this is a time-lapse. As you can see, it's pretty hard to see, especially because most of it was during night. But as long as you've got the top portion mostly right, as long as you've got the general shape right under there, then you'll be fine. Remember that a ship is usually about half underwater, because that was usually the problem I had with my past ships. It was terrible. And ever wondered what time-lapse Minecraft music sounded like? Here it is. Ugh. Okay, here we are. I'm doing a bridge. I kind of slanted it like that to make it look more like a bended plank to a board. And then over here, I already made the deck. I just forgot to record, like usual. Anyway, and you can see right here what I was talking about before with the second story, or really small second story right here. Here I'm kind of fiddling around with exactly where I put it, and then there's fence right there. Now, the sort of annoying part. In the under part, you have to fill in as long as you want to use it. I think I was going to use this for a chest room, but oh my god, it's so annoying. I had to use like 5 stacks of dirt, and I went through like 8 stone shovels, maybe even more, but here I'm finally done. And if you want to actually use the inside, I would suggest making it a bit flatter and more, room shaped instead of bowl shaped. Yeah, right there I'm changing stuff in the walls. And then, yeah, looking around, seeing what I'm to do. It's very obvious that I did this later. Anyway, Here, making little stairs down to the underground portion. Yeah, the usual. Okay, now the hard part. The sails. It took me so long to decide where to put these. So a lot of big ships would have like 5 sails maybe, one big one in the center and then 2 either side of it. But since this is a smaller one, I just did 3. If you were making an even smaller one, I would suggest doing 2 or even 1. Yeah, I constantly was like, oh no, this isn't the right spot. No. Oh no, I have to go 1 to the right. Oh no, 1 to the left. I finally decided over here though. And at the near top, you want to go, the horizontal bars want to be about maybe 2 to 5 blocks farther than the width of the boat. And here's a little trick I did for making the sails. What you can do is you can pour water down there, and so that way you can make dirt platforms to place the wool. You want to make the sails seem like they're bulging out forward instead of backwards, and that way it looks like it's being pushed somewhere, even if it's not technically going anywhere. And as you can see, a bunch of skeletons spawned, and I had to take care of them. And then I got back to the... By the way, I would be very careful about, like... I fell, like, 6 times. If I hadn't had iron armor... God, I keep messing up my words. Armor, I would have died so many times. And here is... So, there's usually a bunch of, like, rope hanging from the center, like, little board right there, up to the first sail board. I'm not explaining this right, but I tried to do this with wool. I don't know if it's the best thing that I could come up with in Minecraft, and then I, placed a little sail there. Man, this took me a long time to get the wool. It took me like 5 hours. If this was a block by block tutorial, then this would have literally taken 5 hours. I'm not kidding. Okay, and I think for these, I usually just show one sail and then I go on to the next one off screen because they're technically the same one. And then, yeah, I use the same water technique here. And if you're making a bigger boat, you'd want to make more smaller sails at the top. So usually there'd be like 3 to 4 sails per little pole thing. I'm not explaining this right. Anyway, I think this is about the end of my time lapse. Yeah, here it ends. Anyway, thanks for watching. I know some of the cuts were kind of, like, especially my voice, you could tell that I cut in and out to fix something that I said. Anyway, please subscribe if you like it. Man, it took a while to do this. Like 4 days again. Anyway, like I said, subscribe, comment if you recommend anything. And I thought I'd play the sound of my voice backwards from this video. I'm definitely having too much fun with this.